Most men believe average is perfect, but there's something about female anatomy they don't know. Why average leaves 2 inches of potential satisfaction untouched. Let's dive into the science behind this and break down exactly what this means for you. This content is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult healthcare professionals before making any health-related decisions. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Vitality, and today we're diving into a topic that many people wonder about. That is, average natural dimensions of male and female anatomy. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so let's break down what the research actually tells us about male enhancement concerns and female anatomical depth. Before we get into the numbers, let's talk about why this information matters. Studies show that up to 85% of men feel insecure about their dimensions. These anxieties can seriously impact relationships, self-esteem, and even mental health, all based largely on myths rather than science specific to our population. Let's dive straight into the hard data from comprehensive Indian population studies. Major medical institutions across multiple Indian states have conducted extensive research to establish baseline measurements for Indian men, and the results might surprise you. When we look at relaxed measurements, Indian men average 3.2 inches or 8.1 centimeters. Now, when we move to aroused measurements, which is what actually matters for intimacy, we see Indian men averaging between 4.8 to 5.1 inches. That's 12.2 to 13.0 centimeters in length. For circumference during arousal, the data shows a range of 3.4 to 4.2 inches, or 8.6 to 10.7 centimeters around. These numbers come from rigorous medical research conducted across diverse Indian populations, not internet surveys or self-reported data. This scientific foundation is crucial because it gives us the real baseline we're working with. Now, let's look at the data on Indian female anatomy. Based on the comprehensive research data, from this multi-centric Indian study published in Journal of Cutaneous and Aesthetic Surgery in 2025, the average total vaginal length among sexually active women was found to be 8.9 to 10.3 centimeters, with measurements ranging from the 5th percentile at 7.0 centimeters to the 95th percentile at 11.2 centimeters. This data, collected from 1,562 women across 4 tertiary care centers in India, represents the largest dataset published to date on vulvar and vaginal anatomical measurements in the Indian population. The scientific consensus from Indian medical research found sexually active participants averaged around 3.5 inches, virtually identical to non-active participants at 3.3 inches. Let's examine what people actually prefer. Research conducted by Indian consumer behavior analysts, examining top-selling products across Indian online retailers, found that the average length of bestsellers self-pleasuring products were 5.2 inches, that is 13.2 centimeters, very close to average Indian male dimensions. This research reveals that when actually choosing products for personal pleasure, most consumers select dimensions very close to average, not the exaggerated Western sizes often portrayed in international media. Debunking harmful myths. The myth that Indian dimensions are smaller and therefore inadequate is false. Indian anatomy is perfectly proportioned for Indian couples. The belief that Western standards should apply to Indian bodies ignores evolutionary compatibility. The idea that bigger is always better contradicts actual Indian consumer purchasing data. Why was I so desperate to increase size when research shows the average vaginal depth is only 8.9 centimeters, that is 3.5 inches? Here's where things get interesting, and where many people get confused about compatibility. While we established that the average female vaginal depth is relatively modest at 3.3 to 3.6 inches, the tenting process during arousal creates a fascinating dynamic. As arousal increases and tenting occurs, the vaginal canal can expand by an additional 1 to 2 inches in depth and significantly in width. This expansion is nature's way of accommodating intimacy, but it also means that what starts as a shorter canal becomes a longer one that can actually benefit from adequate male dimensions. So while the non-aroused measurements might seem small, the aroused state creates space that can be optimally filled by male measurements that are at or slightly above average. This is why the SNP 2.0 methods focus on achieving that extra 0.5 to 2 inches can be particularly beneficial. It helps ensure that the expanded tented space is properly engaged, leading to enhanced satisfaction for both partners. It's essentially nature's design, showing us that there's room for improvement beyond just average. Now for the question many are wondering about: can dimensions actually be enhanced? The answer is nuanced. Most advertised methods, like pills, creams, magical exercises, have zero scientific support and can waste money or cause injury. However, there are a few evidence-based approaches. 1. By simple visual enhancement, trimming hair in the surrounding area and maintaining healthy weight to reduce the concealing fat pad. 2. The SNP 2.0 method by Michael J. Maverick, which I follow. Remember, human bodies are incredibly diverse, and what matters most is healthy function and mutual satisfaction, not arbitrary measurements. If you're considering enhancement methods like SNP 2.0, approach them with realistic expectations. I hope you found this information helpful in understanding what's actually average and normal. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos. And remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it. Until next time, this is Mr. Vitality, your future self, signing off.